So what's next? We had a
The
big fucking promo last night. That's what's next.
The CM Punk promo. CM Punk was hot last night at the start of Monday Night Raw, as he should be, because he got screwed by Seth Rollins at the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk felt like he got stabbed in the back by Seth Rollins and John Cena. So when he comes out in the opening segment, he asked the fans, "Give me names. Who I'm here. I'm here. I'm coming after everyone."
Right.
And I thought for sure he was just going to come out, call out Seth Rollins, but he started off cutting a promo on The Rock and John Cena, and he ripped them a freaking promo the size of yay wide. And then he cut a promo on Seth Rollins. They had a big pull apart.
He didn't cut a
And
fucking
I
promo.
can't remember the last time a pull apart like this got holy shit and this is awesome chance. So
McIntyre
what
and
did you
Punk.
guys think about this segment here with CM Punk?
The only thing that I think about when I see those pull apart segments, that's the most cardio intensive thing you can do in wrestling. Holy shit. I've done a couple of those, and the constant pushing against other people and blown up in no time. That's the only thing I think about when I see segments like that. I'm like, oh my God.
Especially if you got security guards that are not smartened up and they're like first shoot trying to keep you back. Boy, that is fucking tiresome.
Yeah.
Let's start with the promo. I'll go ahead and let you cook.
So the promo I thought was outstanding. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest promos, as in one who does promos of all time. I mean, he's on the Mount Rushmore of Mike Skills also. And he just fucking went ham. They called both Rock and John big bald frauds. I didn't think that he would blame Cena for what he did to win the match, because I feel like Punk would have taken the same step. Like if somebody had gotten fucked up with an interference in that situation, I feel like Punk would have made the cover also.
Oh yeah.
So I can understand him being pissed off about the heel turn. You know, for 25 plus years, you've been hyped, which I think is, preposterous since Punk has turned several times. But, the slapping on the STFU, I thought he would have been like, I understand that why you did it, but then fuck you for stabbing Cody in the back kind of thing. But no, I think he ripped into The Rock worse than anybody.
Yep.
Go on. This is your boy. Do your thing.
Yeah, but I'm about to call him out on something.
Oh shit.
So let's start at the beginning, where he's wanting names, calling names out. Of course, Pat McAfee fed him The Rock, right? And he went into that shit, and he fucking tore him a new fucking asshole. And this is where I gotta call my boy out on. All right. He's out there fucking talking about not gracing his presence because he's dealing with that shit, right? He said shit. He said shit, and I'm sure somebody took a fucking shot. Probably Castell. Preferably. Get it now. Anyway, but the one thing that he said, and it didn't sit well with me, is that you had to get yourself your own fucking belt. And I immediately had flashbacks of when he was in AEW, the second return, and he pulled out the AEW title and put a big X on it. I was like, there's gonna be some backlash on that one. And I'm your boy. I'll defend you, but
that's a rough one to defend.
I'm gonna go into battle with you, but once we get done, we're gonna have a talk about what the fuck you just said to get my ass beat. So I get that. I also get where he was coming from as far as, just naming yourself something and not earning it. I mean, depending on which side of the fence you were on, as far as that particular situation was concerned, whether he wasn't the rifle champion coming back, where there's an interim, like all that bullshit. That's up for debate. We're not here to debate that shit. That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. But everything he said about Dwayne was the fucking truth, and you can't fucking argue it, right? And it just led so fluently into John Cena. And he tore him a fucking new asshole. And he kind of like, he went back to his old stuff in 2012 when he came back with Cult of Personality, and he was like the voice of the voiceless. And, you know, he was just calling people out, whether babyface or heel. And he said, and I quote, "You've been saying everything about hustle, loyalty, and respect for the last 20 years when I've said the entire time you're nothing but a fraud. You can't see me, but now we can all see you for who you truly are." I was like, oh, this bitch is cooking with charcoal. Fuck gas. He is cooking with fucking hot fire tonight. And then it went right into the Seth Rollins thing. He went right into baby brother Seth Rollins. And before he could actually cut the fucking promo, that's when the fucking music hit. That's when security got involved. That's when the pull apart happened. It was beautiful. It was beautifully shot. It was beautifully done. And I guarantee you it was one of those things if Hunter said, say something about Dwayne, say something about John, and say something about Seth, and Seth is going to be your cue. I don't care what you say. I don't care how far you go. None of that shit was fucking rehearsed. None of that shit.
And he has what makes him so different and great on the mic is how fast his mind works. He never stutters, nothing. His shit just is you know.
Dude, I mean, he worked with Paul Heyman on promos from fucking OVW in 2005, all through his original WWE run that ended in 2015. So, I mean, Paul Heyman's always had his ear and worked with him on fucking mic skills. And he was great on the mic before Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Heyman just gave him that next step to turn him. If Roman's God mode as far as a professional athlete and how he carries himself there, Paul Heyman gave CM Punk God mode on the mic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's special on the mic, no doubt.
But the one thing I have an issue on that's culminated into next week being the Garden match in the cage. What are we going to do with him for WrestleMania? Is it going to be like a where they both come out the cage at the same time? If it's going to be one of those things where Seth actually gets the win over and now you got to have the rubber match at Mania? Or is it one of those things where fucking Logan Paul interjects?
I got an idea.
I'm listening.
Roman Reigns. He comes back at the cage match at Madison Square Garden and probably sets up a triple threat match for Mania.
Yeah, but what does that do for Logan Paul? Because they've been really like egging on the CM Punk Logan Paul thing.
Yeah.
No way that's going to be a tag match between Seth, Logan, Roman, and Punk.
No.
That's two separate singles matches. So if that's the case, let me cook on that. You do the steel cage match. You have Logan Paul call CM Punk the cage match. Seth escapes. But that's when Roman's music hits. That's when Roman goes after his ass. That's where the security's got to break them motherfuckers up. At this point, Seth's fucking running. At this point, fucking Punk and Paul's in the fucking cage, fucking fighting. They're trying to get that fucking broke up. Total fucking chaos, right? The following week on Raw, Adam Pearce comes out and says that Roman Reigns is suspended. He comes out and says Logan Paul is suspended. He says CM Punk suspended. And he says Seth Rollins is not. Right? Seth comes out and says, no, bullshit. I may have dealt with fucking Punk, but I want Roman at Mania. I want to slaughter the king at the grandest stage of them all. I want to humble him. And let Adam Pearce actually, poke the bear a little bit. It's like, we gave you a chance a couple of years ago at Royal Rumble when you impersonated the Shield and you couldn't get the job done. What makes you think you can get the job done now? Because Seth has nothing left to lose. All right. So we get the Rumble. We get the Mania. These matches are made official. You got Roman, Seth. You got Punk, Paul. Put one on one night, one on the other night. All right. Have Punk and Paul go first on night one. Because let's face it, anything Roman's going to be on night two. Okay. Punk goes over. Crowd goes home happy from that particular match. Night 2, during that match, Punk cost Seth the match.
Okay.
All right. Seth is infuriated.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Pearce won't give him the match again. We get an unhinged, post-authority figure-ish kind of gimmick of Seth Rollins. No more of the fancy duds. No more stealing Becky Lynch's fucking clothes. He's become the Kingslayer gimmick again, basically. And he goes on this fucking tirade, similar to how Drew McIntyre and CM Punk did that whole feud leading up into the first match at SummerSlam. That's where the first match will be. They can't get him Money in the Bank because they cost each other the match. It's just total fucking chaos. Adam Pearce trying to get Seth to go to SmackDown, trying to keep Punk over here, trying to keep them completely separated. It's not going to work. The only way to fucking finish it, Hell in a Cell, SummerSlam, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, the rubber match. Seth won the cage match, theoretically, in my mind. Punk won Raw Netflix. They're 1-1. Let them fucking finish each other off in Hell in a Cell.
So how do we get to Punk Paul from that scenario? Since that is what you're thinking about for Mania.
I'm not even thinking about the favor.
Oh yeah, the favor.
The favor's always going to be there. So, if they had to get it out real quick, that's it. But because Logan Paul cost CM Punk the cage match and allowed Seth Rollins to get out, Punk wants Logan Paul at WrestleMania. They go back and forth a little bit, build it up. They work night 1. That's how you get there. It's as simple as having Logan Paul cost CM Punk the cage match, and now they're at 1-1, which sets them up later down the line. If I called it right, it's Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, which would be a hell of a fucking match. And for, all intents and purposes, let's say fucking Gunther drops the title to Punk. Put the title on the line. But who leaves?
I don't know. Do you think Punk is going to get any, decent title runs?
Maybe an IC title. I don't see him winning the world title for any more than 30 days.
Okay.
I mean, as reliable as he is, there's guys that are more fit that description, more fits that bill that needs to be world champion.
Mm-hmm.
And let's call it now. Jey Uso is going to walk out the world champion at fucking Mania this year. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. And it's a face versus face match. CM Punk gets the best of fucking Jey Uso.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to happen. As far as, if that particular segment runs.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, who leaves the cell with the title if that's the case?
Logan Paul.
Who do you think is going to win Money in the Bank? Whoever wins Money in the Bank cashes in mid fucking match, similar to how fucking Seth Rollins did, and say it's Roman Reigns.
For that belt, though?
He's on Raw now.
Yeah, I guess so.
The world title's on Raw. Make that title relevant by putting it on your biggest fucking star. Roman walks out. It's still stuck at 1-on-1.
Nice. I could definitely play. Absolutely. What do you think, Edgar?
Dude, the possibilities are fucking endless. I mean, going back to the CM Punk promo, he pretty much opened up the door for, CM Punk versus Cena at some point. He came after The Rock. What if we get that big rematch, The Rock versus CM Punk?
It's going to be the drizzling shits as like the first 2 matches.
I'd pay to see it.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to draw money, but if you are expecting fucking barn burners when the first 2 matches were dog shit, Don't expect much.
So, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get Seth versus CM Punk. We know that much, but we don't know how this shit is gonna play out, man. And it's gonna be dope. I can't wait to see what happens.
I'll
We
tell you
gotta
what,
wait a
next
few more days though.
next Tuesday night, Raw's going to be over. We're going to have an answer one way or another. If it's exactly how I fucking ran that shit, shut the fuck up about the John Cena heel turn. Thank you.
Still the biggest.
I'm not
call
debating that.
ever.
I'm not debating that. This motherfucker has a chapter and verse, minute and fucking second of the fucking video clip.
Hey, because nobody else did. It didn't matter that y'all didn't, but nobody else called it like that. I don't give a fuck what fucking Vince Russo fucking said.
Nobody gives a shit what fucking shit stain says. Nobody.
What is he claiming that he called it?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's probably the one thing on this earth that both Corny and fucking Russo would agree on. I mean, Corny called it like 2 weeks ago on his podcast that Cena was the one turning heel. So, again, something else you two have in common. I gotta poke the bear.
Well, on that, I think it's time to close out for the night.